Hi everyone, my name is Alex and I'm going to demonstrate the capabilities of Autobahn DX as an OCR automation tool. Autobahn allows users to set up and customize workflows with ease and run them automatically. Autobahn excels in processing large volumes of documents. I will take you through an example of automating OCR as a process. First, I will set up a new job. For this job, I have a source folder and a destination folder that I need to fill in. The source folder will be the input folder that contains all the input files that I want to process. And the destination folder will be the location that I want the process files to end up in. Perfect. Now I need to select the OCR step that I want to use to process these files. In this case, I'm going to select PDF to Searchable PDF GD Picture. This step utilizes the GD Picture engine, which has a greatly increased speed over other OCR steps as it processes pages simultaneously with multi-threading. OCR is a CPU-intensive process, so you can choose the amount of threads to use with the thread limit to get the best performance. I'm going to add a limit of 4 and leave the other settings as default. I'm going to save this job and go back to the job manager. So you can see that we have our job set up, but currently our job type is ad hoc. That means it needs to be ran manually. Now we want to schedule this to run automatically. So I'm going to go back to the designer and I'm going to go to the schedule tab. Now, some companies choose to use once per day and run jobs out of hours, but in this case, I'm going to use continuous and I'm going to set this job to run every minute. Just for this example, I would advise that you do longer intervals between running a job. Also, if you have multiple jobs, I would advise that you stagger the times that they run. Now, I'm also going to set the input files to move to an archive after processing. This will prompt me to enable work folders, which is an intermediary folder between the source and the destination folder. I'm just going to click OK. The reason that I'm moving the files after being processed is because if they're left in the same input folder with a continuous job, they will get continually reprocessed. The final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set a document count limit with this, and I'm going to set a batch size of 7. Now that means that for each run, every minute, 7 files will be chosen out of the 28 files that I have in my input, and they will be ran through first. This is useful for very large volumes where you have thousands of documents and you want some output files to be available earlier than when every file has been processed. To demonstrate the archive, I'm going to go to the Processing tab and I'm going to change the archive folder to one that I already have set up here, so you can show that the input files have been moved there. Okay, now the job has all been set up. I'm going to click Save and I'm going to the Job Manager tab, and you can see because it's continuous, it's already started running through the files. Now it should be quite quick. We'll just wait and see. You can check the progress here of which file it's running on, and you can see that it's picked up 7 files from the batch. Once the job is run, the status will change and it will be waiting for that next minute to come along to then run again. If it tries to run when there are no files in the output folder, then it will immediately go back on standby and again try and run the next minute to see if any files have been put into the target folder. So there we go, the job is finished. We can go to the archive and we can see these are the input files. So if I just open this one, this is the version that hasn't got an OCR layer added to it. And then if I go to the output folder, here are the 7 files that have been processed. And now There's text that you can select, and it has been OCR'd. Perfect. So you can go to our website to download a free trial of Autobahn to try these steps out yourself. There are more resources and helpful articles there that you can also read through. Thank you for listening.